Hey guys, welcome back to the Solos Post. My name is Joel, the Lightside Guy,
My name is Rob, the Rogue Jedi, guys.
and welcome back to another episode here on the podcast. So we just want to talk today a little bit about what kind of has what kind of has been going through my mind and a little bit through Rob's, the Nightsisters.
Yeah.
Knowing that they might actually play a pivotal role in the Acolyte, why not go a little bit in depth on I guess the war on Dathomir, the battle on Dathomir, and let's kind of like a little bit go in depth on to who they are. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that, Rob?
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I think it's a good story. I think it's interesting, especially how it all went down with General Grievous. So it's an interesting
Yeah. Also the fleeing of Asajj
project.
Ventress as well,
Yeah.
um, and her being kind of like being baptized all of a sudden at the end of that battle, being like, "Okay, you're on your own."
Yeah.
Like,
But that's how it was. I mean, that's how it was for them, during their whole life. I mean, especially as Dathomirians. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's the only thing that could come to me as a Dathomirian. As a child, you're going through all these. I mean, even though she did leave, that order, kind of like she left Dathomir. One of the things was like, you went through these trials as a kid, but then you had to go through, what is it? You had to like fight some sort of an aquatic creature and bring their body, a piece of their body back, and then
mhm.
like perform a spell on them. Like I don't know, it's pretty cool. Honestly, it's a cool
Yeah.
way to enter the sorcery of their stuff. As you know, they're
Yeah,
witches.
that's kind of like that kind of reminds me of like I have you seen the new Coming to America movie?
To be honest, bro, nah, I haven't. I
No.
haven't had a chance,
Well,
bro.
there's a part in that movie where you have to prove yourself a prince, and so you have to take a piece of whisker from a lion's face.
Yeah, you won't
Uh
doing that.
yeah, you won't catch me doing that, but it just makes me laugh because I thought about that while you were saying this. But it's like the hardest trials to try to beat, to try to like
Yeah,
prove to people who you are, you know what I mean?
yeah,
but
no,
um but the Night Sisters, no, I mean, let's talk about episode 19, I think it is, on season 4
cool.
of Clone Wars. Asajj Ventress is running away from uh who is it?
Well, basically,
Dooku.
Grievous at that point. Dooku, we know that
Mhm.
she obviously she was his apprentice, and she was basically trying to get out of that. Obviously, we know the whole story. She was not trying to
Yeah,
rock with him anymore. We know that.
yeah.
She went back to Dathomir, and as you said it, she was doing her training, and then obviously we know General Grievous comes in with this fleet of battle droids and all of them, and they basically start coming in and trying to wipe them out. And I say trying because we're still gonna get into it.
I feel like that is the, if not the first, but I would say the second time we really see the Night Sisters take over and show their power, in the sense
Yeah,
of, I mean, the first time was probably bringing Savage, or Savage, however you want to call him,
I think
into the
Savage.
picture.
Yeah,
I think Savage is the right way to say it. I
yeah,
like
it
to say
is.
Savage just because he is a savage. But no, I think this is the first time we actually see, or we see their power to this extent, where they now wake they awake the Night Sisters of the dead. So we see zombies,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
yeah. You see all the old ones. The no, not the originals, but the one like the founders. From back then.
Yeah, yeah.
As we know, they are
So
strong within the sorceries that they do. Um, yeah. Continue.
no, so I was saying, like, we get to see their powers and their
Sorcery.
dark, yeah, so their sorcery,
Yeah.
behind all of that, and we get to see really what they're capable of. Do you think in kind of like just picking your brain here, I guess,
Mhm.
Acolyte, do you think that will show a little bit more into the ancestry of the Night Sisters?
Um, Possibly. I mean, again, we do know the height for them was really during the High Republic for them. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that was really where they were at their height. And I think it was cool because back then, before the prequels, they were actually the ones with those as we've seen them like light whips. which we
Mhm.
see in a little bit in the Bad Batch. So it's like kind of cool. You see that energy bow.
Yeah.
We see
You
Omega
you
have
also
that.
see those. You also see that in the High Republic book
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. That's why I say it because that's why I bring it up because they were at their height at that time. They I mean they've been
Yeah.
around for a long, long time as you guys as a lot of people know. I mean, this is legends. I mean, I think it was brought up canon that Aaliyah, I think Aaliyah that is her name,
Hmm.
Aliyah was the founder of the Dathomirians,
Yeah.
as they were all kind of like exiled beings, so I think it's pretty cool. I think it could, dude. I think I think it could play a part.
Yeah.
I would love to see Maul possibly in it, because we do know that he was a part of that, and we know that
But at that point, Maul would be super young, right?
yeah, man. But it would be nice to see a young Maul getting taken
Or
by
a
Sidious.
species, right? Or one of the species
No, yeah, no,
of
no. He
Maul.
was definitely around. He was young. I mean, like I said, it would be cool to see Sidious take Maul because
Hmm.
we do know that he takes Maul at a young age. So
Yeah.
from Mother Tesla, because they didn't want him to be a slave or a servant during that
Yeah.
time on Dathomir. So
So if you guys don't know out there, the Night Sisters, of course, like Rob said, has been around for a very long time. The
yeah,
reason I asked that question, Rob, is because the Night Sisters know the dark side better than anybody.
they do.
So they're pretty strong, and they grew up in this, or they grew their cult or whatever you want to call it, with this religious mindset um, of the father, the son, and the daughter,
Yeah,
and
it
kind
was
of coinciding in that spiritual, I guess, religion.
right, just for the dark side, in
Yeah, but for
in
the dark side,
witchcraft,
yeah,
in sorceries and all that stuff. Yeah,
yeah. And many don't know who they are. Many don't know. And even not saying only like us on the outside,
yeah,
fictional as well. Like there's people also in the Star Wars universe that don't believe that they existed as well.
right.
Um, there's a quote which I hope to really find it and maybe put it up on Instagram.
Mhm.
But there is something that says, even the people that went to the planet, I think it was Mortis or Mortalis. What is it called?
It's called Mort. If you're talking about the father, the
Yeah,
son. Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
called Mortis. Mortis. Yeah.
Mortis.
Hmm.
There's people that actually been to that planet in the Star Wars universe and see them and still don't believe that they exist.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's how they get their power and their source and their religion from all of that. And me and Rob will definitely go more in depth in that in a different episode. But to show where they get their strength from, and in this episode, I feel like we really get to see that.
Yeah.
Now let's kind of go into now Saz Ventress is out of the Sith mindset and now into like this freedom set.
Kind of like
Um,
she's in the middle. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, well, yeah, she's kind of like
Yeah.
a rogue Sith, right?
Yeah.
Um, do you think that was her demise, where
No.
she ended up dying? She ended up
Well, she
becoming
doesn't.
weakened by the Force.
I don't think so. I mean, well, you're saying that she dies there because we know
Well,
she.
we know that she doesn't die there. We know
Yeah.
that she
Yeah.
escapes later, blah blah blah. Do you think that because of that baptism and because of what happened to her and her escaping the Sith and losing that Sith mindset, giving into the Night Sisters? Because remember, she when she wakes up, her eyes change, all this stuff
Yeah. She
changes.
kind of goes back. Yeah.
Um, do you think this weakens her?
I don't think it weakens her. I think it just it compromised her. If that makes sense because you had General Grievous coming already. You already knew Dooku was already on the hunt for her. Basically to wipe her out because again, she is a threat. But
Yeah,
I think it was the
yeah,
perfect timing because they were at the height as well, Dooku
mhm,
and Grievous. So I think it was the perfect time because she wasn't. I guess she wasn't as powerful as she would have been. I guess maybe before. That's just speculation. I don't know if maybe she was a little bit weaker
yeah.
because again I know that as a lot of people know if you read the book Dark Disciple she ends up dying at the in the arms of Quinlan Voss at the
Boss,
hands
yeah.
of Dooku. So I
Hmm.
mean yeah I mean yeah I could see that maybe she
Because
possibly
because she was like, even though I feel like, yeah, in that episode you can kind of see like, okay, this is where she's about to die. We
Yeah,
didn't see her die in that episode,
right.
um, but I just felt like she had Grievous right there,
She
and
did,
it was just like, if it wasn't for like,
but it was overpowering too for them because
yeah,
again
for sure,
they used a lot of sorcery and I mean that's the one time you really see the battle droids. I guess you could say, kind of like kick ass. That's like,
yeah,
yeah, they really kind of like, succumbed them, so and you saw them, a lot of them were just dying off. So I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that is what put them at compromise
yeah,
because she kind of gave up. She went
hmm
against, Dooku. So I mean, I think it's crazy how Mother Tesla basically like literally like put this guy through torture, Dooku. I thought that was like,
dude. So of course we already knew because we've seen the movies. We know
yeah,
how Dooku, how Dooku dies,
yeah,
but um, this is another way that we could have been like, dude,
yeah,
like Dooku also could have died here. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
we would have never seen Dooku's head get chopped off. Like we would have never seen it if she really would accomplish what she was trying to do here. And I think that's also like showing his vulnerability as well
yeah,
in that sense, but also showing that he's so committed to the Sith and all that. Like she's like, oh, leave my planet and this and that and this, and he was
yeah,
like, no. She's like, well, you're gonna die anyways, whether you did or not. But
yeah,
um, and then he had to like send Grievous to go kill her.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, dude, like I was stunned by that episode, to be honest with you. And the strength that they had,
I
even
thought
the
the strength
strength,
that Grievous had, dude. Honestly, I was really impressed. Like
yeah,
honestly, because I thought honestly, Asajj would have d- like like basically like destroyed him. To be honest,
yeah. I think I always say this. Grievous has so much power, but he has the lungs of a a
of a chain
thousand-year-old
smoker,
smoker.
right? Of a chain smoker. Yeah, so
you
true.
know, I always say it. I'm like, dude, like I don't understand how he has so much energy and can breathe the way he breathes. Uh, he's always like,
Can't
like
even, bro. I don't even think he could say like
a full
four,
sentence.
a
Yeah.
full four like a syllable, 4 word syllable. Oh my god.
Oh man, no, but dude, like I think this is gonna play a huge pivotal part in Acolyte. I don't know about the Night Sisters actually playing a part, but I know that it's gonna be on Dathomir from what we heard, right? Like it's actually play that part, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I think so.
so so I mean, it's gonna be cool to see all of that and the burial pods and everything that's on that planet, and
Yeah,
maybe get a little bit more insight on what's going on. But
yeah.
yeah, I love talking about this and the fact that we can go in depth on it and actually, you know, have the opportunity to speak on something that might come in fruition in live action.
I mean, we see it in the Bad Batch, man. We see a little bit of it, right? So who
Yeah,
knows? Who knows? Like I said, that energy, Bo. I have a feeling something's up, man. Something's up Dave Filoni's sleeve, and I think we're gonna learn something new
for
about the
sure.
Night Sisters, probably.
For sure. Well, guys, we thank you guys for joining into the Solos Post today. Most importantly, we're going to be going in depth into maybe the religion side of what the Night Sisters had, and talk about the father, the son, and the daughter as well. But we thank you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, and comment down below. Guys, thank you again.
And hit the
And Rock,
notification bell.
there you go. Again, we do have merch coming out. I know we've been saying it for a little while now, but we really do. We got to actually see all the logos and everything.
The
So we're super
blueprint, the
excited.
blueprint.
Yeah, the blueprints.
Fun.
We are super excited. Thank you guys for watching again. May the force be with you guys.
Stay safe, guys.